Oh, hello. We are headed to South Dakota to go pick up a surprise vehicle, thanks to my brother at Square State Trucks for doing the legwork on. It's pretty cool. I'll show you when we get there. Okay. Three-quarter gym, aka Junkyard Gym, is all loaded. We're in Rapid City. Grabbed something to eat. Headed back home to Wyo. Just glad we saved this thing. It's really pretty good. It's just an optical illusion. Made it home from picking up Junkyard Gym. It's pretty deceiving, this truck, to say the least. But it is a special edition gentleman gym. 1975 GMC. Look pretty good on the driver's side. And then you look over here and you wonder. So, 12 bolt. Still got the original exhaust amazingly in good shape, and underneath this thing is not that bad. But it was less than a decade's worth of driving before it went to the junkyard. Turbo 350 still sitting there, drive shaft still in it, unhooked of course. And really, there's not that much rocker rust. Whoa, that was close. You can see it's lived in a junkyard. Engine's long gone, but gold grill's still there. It's got 3 out of 4 original gold rallies and the black center caps. This trim on this side is exceptional. It's the most deceiving truck on planet Earth because from this side it's beautiful. From the other side, well, I'll show you. 2 bed rails. Those are specific to Gentleman Jim's. I think this is why it ended up in a salvage yard, in a junkyard. It got wiped out over here. Didn't mess up the bed floor, and actually somebody looks like they were repairing it. But it's actually a titled, legitimate SPID, still intact, with some treasures. Oh. Holy hell, that hurt. Looks like a hurricane came through in here. Spid's still there. Somebody got mad at that dashboard, that dash pad. But RJ, the guy from South Dakota that went and acquired it from the junkyard for my brother before I ended up being the one to take ownership of this, was under the understanding that this had about 70,000 miles when it was parked in the junkyard in 1984. But hey, there's some meat still left on this bone. Oh God, that door is... Alrighty. But I think this is the perfect candidate to take a special edition that you would normally save and do something fun with. Vis-a-vis short box, and probably a drag truck, something like that. It was just too cool to let die, so it's got both of the original French-made civvies, AM, FM, 8-track still intact. There's some fender trim, apparently. There's some front fender trim. Original stuff for Gentleman Jim specific, that's got that Gentleman Jim gold. Actually, the bed fenders are in really good shape. Hey. There's the other side fender emblem. It's still in really good shape. There's steering wheel. You can even see, you know, the good sign at what kind of mileage they had is the brake pedal. Aside from being weathered, you can tell this thing wasn't beat up. There's the original factory install, well, dealer install. Switch for the civvies. It's got both of the floorboard, kick panel, speakers. Tack dash clusters, long gone. Remnants of the gold carpet, which turns a lovely shade of moss green, aqua. This was a full back window truck. I cannot believe how nice that headliner is. It's just a shame. It's just an absolute shame. So this truck was built January of '75, and my brother John, Square State Trucks, the square body nerd, and I were discussing. It appears that most of these Gentleman Jims, when you compare their VINs, were definitely made in a short window of time. This can't be the original front bumper. What do you do with something like this? Well, you save it, first of all. And And you just be happy that there's another Gentleman Jim that's gonna make something of itself instead of getting crushed. This thing was on its way to the crusher. The salvage yard, the junkyard, didn't really know, I think, what they were dealing with here. You can see the rust isn't terrible for a 75, which were notoriously from the French chite. It's really not terrible. This bedside's going on the wall. It's all chewy there. Man, look at that trim. It's all really good. Original decal still hanging in. I'd love to know what the story was, because that bed floor is in pretty good shape. It's been primered. It was body worked, which maybe that's why the bedside got yanked off of there, which was probably trashed. This is all folded up, so that's again why I think it made it to the salvage yard. I don't know, this can probably be straightened out a little bit, but it's solid enough to save and solid enough to be turned into something. There's the AC. I mean, it's got a lot of its goodies. Tranny's still sitting in there. Yep. It's a shit box. But it's still a Gentleman Jim. Three-quarters of a Gentleman Jim. Headliner is like crazy good shape. It's hanging, it's sagging, of course, like they always do, but both visors are like perfect. And the headliner has no holes or anything, so that's actually an upgrade for my Gentleman Jim that was replaced at some point. I get it glued back to the base material. Seeing what we got left of the Gentleman Jim here, I already took the original Cibi 95 fog lights that are part of a Gentleman Jim package out. We have remnants of the green carpet. We do have all the seat belts. The buckets are missing. Obviously, the bucket seats and the center console's long gone. Front fender bezel. That's one side. There's the other of the door sill trim. We have really no rust in the floor, amazingly. There's the fancy kick panel speakers. Tack dash is gone. Somebody tried to yank the whole dash out and just fucking destroyed it. Fancy factory Gentleman Jim, a special edition part anyways, the AM FM 8-track player. There's the other marker light. Oh hell yeah, got a CB and everything. Some 70 special. You can see the floors are interesting because it's a bucket truck, so the mounts for the bucket seats are a little unusual compared to every other truck. Some engine parts. Well, there was an oil pump. What else we got in here? Tailgate bracket. Engine components I see. Oh, well, I think we know the fate of the original engine that's long gone. It must have went kaboom. There's all kinds of little random things. That container is just shot. But, what's that? It appears to be some sort of latch for the tailgate. There's seatbelt. Ooh, it's still got the GM logo on it. I think those can be cleaned. I have no idea what that's for, but that's kind of interesting. There's a horn, and there's a bucket of bolts. And there's a rail for, oh, these actually are for that holds the tonneau cover down. So those are pretty specific to a Gentleman Jim. Kind of special to still have them. Let's see, there's an exhaust baffle, original steering wheel, a crazy fan, the passenger side fender trim still here, with the exception of the most important curved piece, which I don't see hiding in the debris over there. There's obviously hoses, there's a rear view mirror. All that stuff's pretty generic, but you know, still some treasures in here. The kick panels are huge. That's a huge win. Those are very much Gentleman Jim. And you can see, like I said earlier, the carpet has turned moss green, but it was gold.
I would really like to be with our dad right now. She's scratching at the door in here.
The rest of it's just hammered. But hey, it's got some bed rails. Both of them. Doesn't want to shut. So you can see where the tonneau cover snapped. And it zipped down the middle. It's long gone. It actually snapped on the outside. Whoop. Snapped on the outside of this. Covered the whole thing that way. You can see where it would lock into that bead there. It snapped along the tailgate, which no longer exists. This side is a wee bit mangled. Oh, go in there. And so, I'm going to show you this. So, you can see front bucket seats, fleet side, pickup box, front stabilizer, heavy duty, blah, 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 blah. The key part, other than buckets, is GM promotional pack. Special paint. Chrome rear bumper. Didn't have that anymore. And rally wheels. But that's what you notice when you see a special edition GMC, is that GM promotional. Pretty freaking cool. So I think we're gonna have to turn this into a gasser. It's gonna sacrifice some of its goodies to make my good Gentleman Jim better. And then we're just gonna make it live again in glorious fashion. Trans is still there. What a shame. But still alive. That bumper has gots to go. Okay, here's what a halfway decent Gentleman Jim looks like. This one is a Wyoming truck. It's been here its whole life. Came out of the south part of the state, but here's actually what the interior looks like when it's complete. Gentleman Jim floor mats, bucket seats, center console. They were originally saddle colored. The carpet was that gold that inevitably fades to a moss green. They had a wood dash, synthetic wood look that never lasted. But they're a cush little truck. There's the AM, FM, 8-track player that's still there, and the kick panels. They're great. When they're clean and they're in decent shape, they're gorgeous. When they're rough around the edges, they can look pretty gnarly, but Sibby's on the front. They all had the rally wheels. This was, as far as I know, the first truck that had rally wheels, factory, and they had very specific beauty rings with that sharp edge that was on some other GM car, I believe, and then the center caps are black background. Pretty nice looking trucks though. They're really luxury drivers. They're comfortable and smooth. But this is the grandfather of all special editions and luxury trucks of today, really. I mean, Denali's exist because of Gentleman Jims and Bo Jameses. Bo James is. So now you know what they look like when they're clean. Keep your eyes out. Save one if you got the chance. Okay, bumpers out of here. Save the grill. I had to show you guys. It's been a couple of days since the last little filming, just sorting shit out. Clean this up in here, and those floors are still just amazing. I think that can pound out over there. I'm confident I can sort it. Definitely worth saving this thing. Now we just got to figure out what to do with it. Get the title squared away and maybe. And then come up with a plan. But Junkyard Jim will live again in some facet. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you find a gentleman Jim, now you know what you're looking at.